Hello, insiders. I have a special guest. We've got Mooley in the house. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Tom. Great to be here.
Mooley, you are here to talk about something that Neal, our Chief Product Officer, announced a few weeks ago at VidCon, which is channel memberships. That wasn't the original name when we were in beta, though, right? What was it?
The feature's actually been available in closed beta for about 6 months now. Under a different name, it was called sponsorships before that. And so as we've kind of rolled out to more creators, gotten more feedback, we've kind of decided that the channel memberships would work better for a broader set of creators as well as viewers. And it really allows creators to make the feature their own. So for example, if you're a larger creator, you could position memberships as more of a fan club or a thing that offers you extra perks. Whereas if you're maybe a smaller creator, you could position it more as like a fan funding or a support type of thing where you want your fans to help you continue to make the content that you make.
What's the reason why YouTube is kind of investing in this type of feature?
We've actually formed a brand new team about a year and a half ago that's entire mission is to help creators make more money outside of ads. Now, obviously, ads is the main way creators make money today on YouTube, but we realize that creators are already doing other things, like many other ways that they're making money, and we want to help them, be more successful with those revenue streams, but also just come up with brand new revenue streams. And one example was Superchat that launched last year, and there's also the merchandise launch that Neal also announced at VidCon, and working on a whole set of tools to help creators kind of diversify their revenue streams. Ideally, we were looking for ways to help them drive revenue while kind of strengthening the community aspect of their channel.
Cool. Well, with all those mentions of Neal, we should definitely link below for his VidCon presentation. Mm-hmm. And actually, we talked with your manager, Rohit, probably a year ago, where he kind of gave a hint that this was like something we were thinking about. So if you were an early Creator Insider viewer, you were the first to know whether you knew it or not. And maybe I don't think we're hinting at anything today, but how does it work? Like for a creator that wants to offer this to his or her viewers, like what's the process like?
Right. So as I kind of briefly mentioned, so this week we're starting to roll out to all creators with 100,000 subs and above. Not all creators are eligible from day one, but if you want to check it out, you can go to youtube.com/channel memberships. We'll have a description link as well to make sure you can find it. And if you are eligible, we have kind of a pretty a robust kind of onboarding flow that takes you step by step through the process. Now, we don't see this as like a quick feature that you just go in, turn it on, and you're done. We see that creators that actually think about it, take the time to think about it, and kind of understand what would resonate most with their viewers, do better when they actually launch. And so the type of things you can offer your viewers, first of all, you can upload a custom badge that'll be shown next to your members' names in comments and live chat. The other thing you can do is upload custom emoji for them to use in live chat, and in the future we're also going to bring this to comments. And then finally, the part we're really excited about is you can offer custom perks from you to the viewers. So anything you want to offer to your members, things like early access to videos, exclusive live streams, it could be discounts for merch, exclusive polls, shoutouts and videos. So we see really a nice variety of things that creators can come up with. And that's where we feel like members really feel special when they join the channel. What I didn't mention is the price for members is $5 US, and we have local pricing per country. So price varies depending on where the viewer is.
And now you said something like, hey, if you're eligible, I think what I've read in the comments on this channel is a lot of creators like, hey, here's another feature, like only for the biggest creators. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes comments are like, hey, I actually meet all the criteria and I still don't have access to this thing or that thing. What's sort of the thinking behind this rollout?
Right. So our goal is really to roll this out to as many creators as possible, and so we can help both smaller and larger creators. The one thing that we're kind of really looking at is making sure we keep the feature safe. So obviously with things like custom perks, there's a lot of things that creators can offer, and it's very there's a wide range, and we review the perks. But we want to make sure we don't let any bad actors in. We want to really roll this out carefully, so we make sure that the viewers have a good experience and the creators have a good experience, and there's no like bad reputation for that feature overall.
So if the the clearest criteria is you have to have a certain number of subscribers.
Right. So at the moment, we're starting with 100,000 subs
Okay.
as the minimum threshold. We're hoping to reduce that threshold kind of as the year, towards end of year. And then there are other criteria. First of all, we're launched in 40 countries. So if you need to be in one of those 40 countries, we can link to that list as well in the description. You have to be 18 and above. And there are a few other kind of eligibility criteria, which again we can link to. But those are the main reasons, yeah.
So if you have over 100,000 subscribers, it doesn't mean you absolutely will 100% get it.
Yes, that's correct. That's an important, important nuance. So we're starting to roll out this week, but we're not kind of rolling it out to everyone on the first day. So we're going to be gradually rolling it out over the next weeks or maybe even months. But hopefully, high chance, if you're 100,000 subs and above, there's a high chance that you'll see it already on your channel.
Okay, and then you go to that link, which will...
So that's the gateway to start onboarding. So you go to the link we'll share, and that's where you just kind of, it explains what you need to do to get started.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that will be in Classic Studio.
That will be in Classic Studio. We're, as you know, working on bringing it over to YouTube Studio as fast as we can.
Yes.
But yeah.
YouTube Studio will have it soon.
Yes.
Okay. Because that's where all the good stuff is going.
Indeed.
Yes, yes. We're turning this video into an internal meeting about roadmaps. I love it. So let's talk about the beta that you had and what you observed. Like, what surprised you, and what did the team learn in terms of developing the product, and maybe what were some of the best practices that the creators were using that seemed to work?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that surprised me most is the huge kind of variance in terms of performance. So, you see some creators that are really leaned in, taking it seriously, thinking about the perks really deeply, even kind of consulting with their viewers, like what kind of perks would they want. And then very importantly, also announcing the feature, explaining why they're doing it, and why it's worth being a member of the channel and everything. And so they do really well, kind of on average you see they're performing really well. And then other channels that are more casually kind of just turning it on and hoping for the best, in which cases it oftentimes doesn't work as well. One specific thing we noticed is that if you just make an announcement video, just that specific thing, you drive five times more members than if you don't make the video. So that's already just like one very simple thing you could do to immediately boost your initial kind of membership. And then the other thing is to continue to mention it, just like you tell your viewers to subscribe, like, and share. So you can just add another call to action, which is become a member if you really love the channel. And
so they should subscribe, they should hit the bell, they should comment, share.
Well,
and then become a member.
Yeah, you can change it up. I think
Yeah.
so. Like every video, you can choose like probably 2 or 3 things that you
Yeah,
want to talk about in that video, because it becomes a long list of action items for the viewers. Yeah.
Okay, and then it sounds like once you get the people to join, you kind of have to work at retaining them too. It's like a subscription business in a way,
right,
for every creator. What have you seen that the expectation from viewers is, okay, if I'm going to become a member of this channel, I'm going to need a minimum amount of stuff, per month, or like how do the creators think about that?
I think the main motivation for viewers is first and foremost because they really love the channel, love the creator, want to just kind of be part of what's happening.
Right.
That's like tight community of members. That's I think the top motivation. But then to keep them, as you're saying, like to keep them paying every month, they do expect to at least get what they've been promised.
Right.
So if a creator says, I'll do a monthly live stream or early access to videos or whatever it might be, I think there is the expectation. But we have also seen that some creators, for example, 1 month they're behind, they're really busy, so they'll post to their members and say, hey guys, I'm really sorry I can't make it this month. And you don't, like, as long as you're transparent and you set expectations, we haven't seen any like dramatic churn of users because one perk has been missed. So I think there's like an understanding that it's kind of a two-way thing, and it's about doing good for the channel, kind of helping the channel, I think, more than anything else.
Yeah, just being supportive of it.
All right, so in terms of custom perks, really creators can offer anything they want as long as it adheres to community guidelines and the membership's guidelines. But there are a few things that we've seen work well for creators, both in terms of the perks being compelling, but also making sure creators don't get overwhelmed by needing to do a bunch of work to maintain the perks. And so the first thing is it should be low or no cost to the creator. So you don't offer things that take you, a lot of time or a lot of money to maintain because, you might hopefully get a lot of members and it's going to add up. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you want to make sure it's scalable. And so whether you have, let's say, 50 or 100 members or, thousands of them, you want to make sure that work doesn't keep adding up. So an example of that is if you offer, exclusive live streams or early access to videos, those are things that doesn't matter how many members you'll have, they'll keep working. A different example is if you offer, one-on-one meeting with every single member, that's going to be very hard to maintain. So that's another thing to kind of notice. The third thing I'd say is you want to make sure that you're offering things that offer value month over month. So again, instead of like a one-off thing where it's like you'll get a call out in a video once and that's it, that's a good perk, but maybe you can complement it with another perk, which is something that's a recurring thing. Like every week you get, behind the scenes, footage or anything that's kind of lightweight content, like posting images or polls to the community tab. So things that are more recurring, again, to keep members to stick around over time. And then finally, importantly, you want to make sure you're not taking away any content that you're offering to all of your viewers, because chances are, the vast majority of your viewers are not going to be members. So you want to make sure you're continuing to do what you do really well with all of your audience, and you're not moving stuff behind the paywall. You want to instead offer, low effort things for the members that do support your channel. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a funnel in that your normal viewers are going to be the vast majority, and you need that to be growing and healthy to then have some of them graduate and become these members.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah.
And then I guess even if the creator doesn't do anything special in a given month, the members still, they get like an icon when they comment.
Right.
There's some sort of visible difference.
Right, exactly. So there are two things that, at least today, that members get without the creator doing anything on an ongoing basis. So one is if you upload a custom badge, every time the member comments, they'll have a badge next to their name, again in comments and in live chat. And the second thing is you can create your own custom emoji for them to use when they chat in live chat. And we're working on bringing that to comments as well. So those are two things that once you set them up, you're done. I'll just add to that with badges, you can upload up to 6 badges, and they get better over time. So you can upload a badge for the first month, and then a badge that only unlocks after you become a 2-month member, and so on and so forth. And we're seeing this kind of help creators get better retention with their members.
Oh, it'd be cool if there were the oldest 100 members badge, like the original gangster badge,
where it's limited edition.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you because a lot of colleges and universities do this. Like you get a special icon if you donate every year continuously. And, so sometimes I'm like, I don't want to lose that icon. I got to give it up. All right. So now you're kind of rolling it out, but as a product manager, you're always thinking about what's next and how to improve it. Are there things that you're curious about that the Insider Nation could give you some input on to help you make the product even better?
Yeah, definitely. So first part is if you have access to the feature and you tried it out. So first of all, any feedback on how you felt about the onboarding flow, but also all the tools you have to use. One thing we didn't mention is you can post to members on the community tab. So anything around how you're managing your members, how types of analytics you have, and things that you feel like are missing and you want us to add, then very, very interesting for us at this point where we're trying to figure out what other things to add to this first version. But definitely this is just the beginning, and we're really excited to make this kind of better and better for creators. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think those were all the questions that I had for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on and sharing this exciting news, and best of luck with the rollout, and hopefully we'll see more of you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tom. It was really great.
Cool. Keep it real, guys.